Romanticize your life. Romanticize your life. Romanticize your life. Girl, shut the fuck up. Well, kinda. Yes, I said kinda shut the fuck up because I'm not trying to be out here like a hypocrite, looking like a hypocrite. Here's the thing. When I heard romanticize your life for the first time, I was like, yes, let's go. Because I didn't realize that in English, the word romanticize basically means wearing rose colored glasses. It means escapism. So hear me out. When I heard romanticize your life, I thought we were referencing the 17th and 18th century romantic movement. Okay. And I thought we were saying in the same way that movement was about pushing back against the over reliance on tech. I thought we were like, yeah, like all this AI slop and the way that social media and a few forms or many forms of technology is like pushing us away from each other and from ourselves and from humanness, humanity. I thought that's what we were doing. I thought we were creating parallels. That's what I thought. But alas, no. And you know what? That's fine because I'm a person who can admit when they're wrong. I can. No, I really can. Anyways, now that the air is clear on that situation and we're all clear, we're all on the same page, I just want to remind everyone that the English language is an expansive little girl. She can change, she can adapt to the time. So I think if we decide that, hey, what romanticize means for us is going against going against AI slop, going against an over reliance on tech, and returning to nature in various ways, in the same way that the romantic movement meant those things, we can expand the definition. So to the purveyors of escapism, I do say, shut the fuck up. Now, with that said, I do find that even as things are falling apart in our world, I do find myself even more attracted to getting up close and personal with beauty in a way that is transcendent. And of course, that begs the question, if you are sitting with beauty in a way that is transcendent in a habitual basis, like I have been doing, in what way is that not escapism? Glad you asked. Sitting with beauty to the point of feeling a sense of transcendence, I guess it could bring about escapism or escapist tendencies as well. So I want to acknowledge that, but I also want to clarify that I am particularly speaking of mundane beauties. I'm definitely not really speaking of capitalistic beauty or superficial beauty like the beauty industry. I mean the beauty that you find in everyday, like from animals and plant and good food. Can we talk about good food? Yes, we can. And flowers and so on and relationships, that is what I'm talking about. And so I think that sure, you can be an escapist in this realm in the same way that someone who gets really into meditation decides like, oh, great. You know what? I'm not going to participate in life anymore. I'm just going to meditate all the time. And again, put on those rose colored glasses. Now we know, especially in the new age movement, there are girlies who do that, but that's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about something that is, like I said, it's rooted in the mundane and it's a transcendence that I have found for me, my experience grounds you, right? It's a transcendence where you see the beauty of the small things and it infuses where you are, where your feet are, where you stand with hope, right? And it infuses your life with hope so that you are able to go with and do your daily tasks, whatever that is, the worldly tasks that you are to do. So whether that be chasing your dreams to restructuring systems in our world. A life of groundedness, absent of the transcendent, can turn to pessimism. It can turn to just a cumbersome and short-sighted life, right? So what I've found is that marrying the transcendent with groundedness is where we find a more fulfilling life, in the yes and of it all. Shout out to the improv girlies. What I've found is that transcendence and groundedness need each other in the same way that the in breath needs the out breath. So I say yes to transcendence, yes to the OG romantics who were all about pushing back against the over reliance on tech and embracing instead community and nature, particularly as things are falling apart and we're going to need to build something new. I say yes to looking at nature and building a new system that honors the rhythm of nature, and not the rhythm of the whimsy of some billionaire who has zero taste and is lazy. I say yes. I say yes to all of it. I even say yes to romanticizing our lives as long as we are using the capital R, romance. No, 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 no.